Lesson 7. A Portrait of Love. Tuesday, August 11th. What love does not do. You can say, I love you, and still envy someone. You can say, I love you, and still keep a mental record of everything they have ever done wrong. You can even say, I love you, while secretly enjoying the moment they fail. So here's the uncomfortable question. Is it possible to say you love someone while your behavior tells a completely different story? Welcome back to Lesson 7, A Portrait of Love. Yesterday we looked at what love does. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love rejoices in truth. Love bears, believes, hopes, and endures. But today, Paul turns the picture around. In 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, he doesn't only tell us what love does, he gives us 8 things that genuine love refuses to do. And perhaps these are the ones that challenge us most. First, love does not envy. There is nothing wrong with recognizing someone else's gifts. The problem begins when their blessing becomes the reason for our bitterness. Someone gets the promotion. Someone has the talent. Someone receives the recognition. Someone's ministry begins growing. And instead of celebrating them, something inside us asks, why them and not me? Love doesn't compete with another person's blessing. Love can celebrate when God blesses someone else. Second, love does not boast, and love is not puffed up. In other words, genuine love doesn't need to make everything about itself. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 8:1, knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. You may know more than someone else. You may be more gifted. You may have more experience. You may even be right. But love asks, am I using what I know to build people up or to prove that I am better than them? Third, love does not behave rudely. Christianity is never an excuse for disrespect. We cannot claim to defend God's truth while treating people in a way that misrepresents God's character. Truth without love can become a weapon. Love speaks truth, but it does so with grace. Then Paul says something that goes directly against the spirit of our world. Love does not seek its own. Our culture often says, my rights, my happiness, my preference, my way. But biblical love asks a different question. What is best for the other person? That doesn't mean allowing abuse or pretending that boundaries don't matter. It means love is not selfishly obsessed with getting its own way. Then comes another difficult one. Love is not easily provoked. How quickly do you become irritated? How easily can someone ruin your mood? Sometimes we think anger proves strength, but often it takes far more spiritual strength to remain calm. And now Paul brings us to one of the most challenging characteristics of love. Love keeps no record of wrongs. The Greek word Paul uses has an accounting idea behind it. Think about a ledger. Someone hurts you, write it down. They disappoint you, add another entry. They make another mistake, don't forget that one either. And years later, during an argument, we open the account and start reading every transaction. But Paul says, love doesn't live like that. Love forgives. Forgiveness doesn't mean pretending the wrong never happened. It doesn't mean refusing healthy boundaries. But it does mean refusing to make bitterness your permanent home. Finally, love does not delight in wrongdoing. If someone you dislike fails, love doesn't celebrate. If embarrassing information comes out about someone, love doesn't rush to spread it. If an enemy falls, love doesn't say, good, they deserved it. Love doesn't rejoice when people fall. Love wants people restored. So why does Paul spend so much time telling us what love does not do? Because sometimes the greatest evidence of Christ-like love isn't only what we start doing. It's what we allow Jesus to remove from us. The envy, the pride, the selfishness, the short temper, the bitterness, the scorekeeping, the secret satisfaction when somebody else fails. And here's today's challenge. Don't ask only, who loves me? Ask, how am I loving others? Is there someone whose success you need to celebrate? Someone you need to forgive? Someone you've been treating impatiently? Someone whose past mistakes you've been keeping on your emotional scoreboard? Bring that person before God today, because 1 Corinthians 13 isn't merely describing how other people should treat us. It's describing the kind of person Jesus wants us to become. So pray, Lord, remove from me everything that looks like love but doesn't look like you. Because real love doesn't envy. It doesn't boast. It doesn't keep score. It doesn't celebrate another person's failure. Real love looks like Jesus.